Welcome to the Afterspin, opinions from thought leaders in our state. I want to ask John Hood and Chris Fitzsimon, students, faculty, and Chapel Hill residents are expressing serious concern that 20,000 students are going to arrive this week in Chapel Hill for the fall term. What's your take on that situation? Have enough precautions been taken to prevent a big surge in cases? And what happens if they have to close the school? John?
There will probably be surges in cases, not just in Chapel Hill, but in all the colleges that are opening. I don't think the colleges really had a good option other than to open. It is possible that they will then be shut down at some point during the semester. There are a variety of surveys and polls and people trying to gather information. I can just tell you from what I've seen, from the information I've seen, and the students I've talked to, including my own children, they are intent on going back to school. And if they're not allowed to go back to school, they will not enroll for the semester. They think that a semester online is a waste of their time. So this is a challenge for the institutions, public and private. It's a challenge for faculty, obviously, and I understand why they're concerned. It's a challenge for students, some of whom were hoping, they're in their junior or senior year, they were hoping to wrap some things up, do some extracurriculars that aren't going to happen. It's a frustrating, difficult time for everybody, and we should expect that there will be infections on campuses, of course, but those children, if they were at home, they would also create infections because they're not going to stay at home.
Chris Duke announced this week that, last week, that they were going to only allow freshmen and sophomores in their dorms in order to be able to space them out better. Do you think other colleges should adopt this kind of spacing?
Well, I think that's a good idea. I think that, I'm concerned. I live in Chapel Hill. I think that everybody in the community is concerned, but I think we also, Chapel Hill has one of the best, if not the best, schools of public health in America. They have epidemiologists who the administration has worked with. I think they are confident they can make this work. If they don't, obviously they'll make another plan. I do think John is right that the vast majority of students and parents of students want students to go back to campus. Now, that doesn't mean that they'll not be spending a lot of time in online classes. They might be on campus and take one class online and the next two from their dorm room online with their instructor. There are concerns about faculty members and staff members. It's interesting, though, Georgetown recently released this past week, they're going to be all online the first semester of this year. I think you're seeing a lot of different approaches, and I think we might see it change halfway through. I hope there's not a lot of infections, but I do think we're a little underplaying. I know in public education, for example, kids 10 to 19, there's a vast study showing they can infect others. I'm a little worried about the adults, but we have to trust, I've been saying all along in this, trust the experts and the epidemiologists. I think that's what the university administration is trying to do. People are understandably cautious and anxious, but I think folks are doing the best they can.
I have a grandson who is going back to school very soon. He's going to have 2 in-class personal instructions and 3 online instructions. Right. So it's kind of a hybrid model there. Well, thank you for watching the Afterspin. We'll have more video all during the week on ncspin.com.